Hello everybody, Steve here from Steve's Garage. Once again, it is Monday, and I think it's February 10th. I don't know, I don't keep a calendar, but my wife does in the house, and I believe it was flipped over to February 10th. Doesn't matter. It's a beautiful day, it's sunny. I don't know if you can see out the windows from where your view, but it's absolutely gorgeous today. It's going to be in the 40s and 50s, and at some point this week it's saying maybe 62 degrees. February in Massachusetts, New England, it's usually snow up to your ears, cold, you're in the house, sitting by the fireplace, the dog doesn't even want to go outside. So here we are, couldn't ask for better weather. And here we are again with old Earl. And we're going to say, please subscribe to our channel. And if you subscribe, put in the comments, I subscribed, and I'll personally get back to you and thank you. And we've had a lot of great feedback. This channel's only a month or so old, and I'm trying to get a video on there almost every day. If you watched the video from the other day, I went and looked in a barn find. It's a old Model A Ford, a 1930 Model A Roadster Deluxe. And I saw this car, I think about 10 years ago when I did work for the guy in his house. And we were in the basement, I looked at it and I said, "What are you doing with that?" And he says, "No, I just want to keep it. I don't want to sell it or anything." So I'd run into him here and there and, he'd say, "No, I don't want to sell it." So I actually saw him a week ago when I was in the grocery store and said, "Hey, are you interested?" He says, "You know what?" He says, "I've been retired 5 years, haven't touched it. And I think it's time to move on to a new home." So as it turns out, I went up and saw it. And if you look at that video on the back, there's a luggage rack on the back. And my father's cousin, who was a machine and tool and die guy, had his own machine shop for years. He made those luggage racks. He said he made over 300 of them because I did work in his house about 7 years ago. I put a new kitchen in his house when he was 95, believe it or not. And he just died a little while back. He was 101. Nicest guy you want to meet. Had his pilot's license. He was in the Model A Club in Springfield here forever, for years and years and years. And just a wonderful man. And he said he made over 300 of those luggage racks and sent them all over the country. And maybe you have one of his luggage racks on your Model A. If you bought one out of a factory or a small shop out of Springfield, Massachusetts, that's one of my cousins, or second cousin to me, one of his luggage racks. So again, please, Earl's sign of the day, subscribe, and we'd appreciate it. And we're going to try to keep the content, lively and going here, try to learn something. And if you watched a couple of other videos, I had a sign on that said what we were talking about that day and try to learn some history. So, beautiful day. I am going to move my camera. We're still working on the Duesenberg, and I'm going to work on the fender skirts today. So today we're putting our passenger side fender skirt on, and if you look, I've already put on the fasteners in here around, and those are those rivets I was telling you about that go with the special rivet tool. And now I just have to drill the skirt out. And here's the other skirt that we made for the passenger side. And again, did a welding, so I had nice flat metal there. You see, nothing warped. All welded up inside around the edges. And then I hand peened the top here all the way around. And I'll tell you, I couldn't be happier with the result. Really came out great. So let me get you set up over on my bench here, and we'll drill the holes in the fender skirt, and then I will install it. Now here's the other one, by the way. So this is the driver's side, and if you're wondering what that blue piece of tape is, because I have to do a little sanding in the back there that I forgot on the blue tape, is just to remind me. It's a good idea for people. Just put some piece of tape on, reminds you what you got going on. And that's that. So again, see outside here, gorgeous day. The sun is shining, absolutely beautiful. All right, so now I'm set up. I'm going to pre-drill these holes here for installing. Easy enough. Got this drilled in. Now we've got to cut our threaded rod to size for our nuts and bolts. It's our 1/4 20 threaded rod, and we'll go over to the saw and cut this. All right, we're set up at the bandsaw here. Fell out. Cool. All right, now we've got our 5 1/4 20 pieces, which are hot. All right. Now we'll move to clean them up. So what I'm doing here is I've cut all my 1/4 20 lengths of threaded rod. I'm basically making my own bolts in a way because I want the decorative heads on them. So this is a metal thread lock, okay? So we're putting thread lock on here. You don't need a whole ton of it, just enough to so it'll thread itself on. As you thread it down, it will follow the threads down, is what I'm trying to say, right? So you put your nut on. I've got a 7/16 wrench here. I'll tighten that right down. Take out the excess. So what we've got is basically our own bolt, but it has that, it's called an acorn nut. It's like a little acorn on top, but it's sealed. You're not looking at an open cap. It's decorative. It's chromed out, so it looks great. So now I'll get the other one, and I'm clamping on high on the thread so I don't ruin the threads that are going to go into the rivet, the threaded rivet. Put that on there. Break that right down. Take the excess off. There you have it. Another beauty. Two more and we'll install. And this goo that I'm putting on is a lock, a thread lock. So this will harden and it'll keep this thing right on there so it won't, vibrate off, and then I'll have to get out of the car chasing my skirts down the street. And that's that. Perfect. we get the cap, put your cap on your stuff so it doesn't dry up on you. Okay. Got a washer on there. I've got to do, I'm going to get my ratchet drill, the 7/16 bit. This will make life a little easier. Always one that gives you a little trouble, so I'm gonna widen it out a little bit. That fits really nice. So, now that that's on, we're going to take our tape measure because we want to line up the detail that we're going to bead roll in it. And I'm measuring this line here. If we keep the tape at a 90-degree angle to that line, okay, so that'll be a 90 flat, 90. So I'm measuring 16 inches. Same down here, 16 inches. Line those lines up. And I mark the bottom of this board. That's another 5.5 inches of that line. And now I've got this plane marked here. And then this layout is 369, the same as the other side. So we're going to go three, six, and 9. I'm going to continue that line. And we'll mark this down here, 369, straight lines. And then this will be our bead roll point. So we're going above. Remember, we're marking out above because those beads are going on top of that line. We don't want to make mistakes because a lot of work went into this piece, and now's not the time to screw it up. So we'll take these out. That. Bring it over to the bench. Now this is how fast it happens. How fast you get your bench covered and stuff. Been here 5 minutes. So I'll move all this aside for now. Everywhere there's a flat spot, fills up. I don't care how long it's there. If they're 5 minutes, it fills up. I'm making noise today, people. Alright, so now we'll double check that we're exactly at 9 again. 9, 6, 3. It's easier when things are laying down on the bench to mark them out than up in the sideways in the air, you know. 9. We use our fancy straight edge. 3, 6, 9. Now we're going to put our X's up top, and again, This can all be taken off afterwards, so don't worry about magic markers. Better to have magic marker that reminds you what's going on than not. So now I'm just going to check to see how far forward from this we are in playing, which are at 3 3/8. I will do this from the bottom. 3 3/8 is here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this line, and I'm eyeballing that in because I trust my eye. We're going forward here. So now we know, big line, that's our stop line. We're going above here, X, 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 and we can bead roll these now. We'll get set up over there. All right, last time we did some bead rolling. I don't know how thorough I was in explaining it. This bead roller is from Bally. They make all kinds of metal working equipment. The bead roller, and they make all kinds of shears and rollers and planishing hammers, you name it, they make it. And I've got quite a bit of their equipment actually, and it's been good to me. So this is where my bits are held. These are rolling forms that, this is a detail metal edge. You can do all kinds of different types of straight line with it. Here's another 1/4 inch bead roll. This is an edge roller and a 1/2 inch bead roll. And this is a step roll here, which gives you a step in the metal to accept another piece for welding or making other ports of entry and all that stuff. This is forward and reverse, and your fuse. And this is your foot pedal down here, which you just put your foot pedal on, your foot on there, press it down, and the thing spin. And it's variable speed, so you can go, barely moving to as fast as it'll go, which is still pretty slow because this is slow work anyway. You don't want to be fast doing this stuff. So let's plug you back in to my handy stand here, and we will roll this piece out. All right, here we go. One, two, three, four, 5. And as I said in the last video, always count your way out. Well, 5, 6, 7, 8. Had to go a little higher. So I'm going to roll this from the other side in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Now we can just bring it all the way up so we're done. Get that out. And there you have it. Looking down your raised beads. Nice. Take it back over here. Get it installed. Put my washers on. There you have it. All right. Check that out. There it is. Love it from the side. That thing looks so cool. Fits really well in there. Hard to see, but fits really well. It's so awesome. Coming out so cool. I couldn't be happier. There it is, all my lines on there, all our geometry. That line matches the back line. Both sides match each other. And that is that. So again, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Again, I try to keep my videos short as possible, but you know, not too long, not too short. Beautiful day here. Old Earl sign of the day. Please like and subscribe. If you're putting the notes downstairs, down below, I subscribed. I will personally get back to you and thanking you. So I want to thank everybody who subscribes to this channel. And let's have some fun building cars, doing all kinds of stuff. In the springtime, we'll go to car shows, and I still have a bunch of cars to show you that I own that are in storage right now. And this warm weather keeps up. We'll have them out sooner than later. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great day. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to everyone you know. Thank you.